are given that. For you as a man, give it to yourselves. Women are 30% emotional, 70% emotional. Women are 30% emotional. If you want to know the test, it's very simple. As a man, just take bath, and then you walk out without even putting mafuta on your body. You'd be shocked. Inapiga hesabu automatically. But you find a woman, she takes bath and comes out. Her body remains soft. There is something that a man must find within himself. Run after it and get it right. As I come to the end, with one gender dying, or with one gender unadvocated for, there's a crisis that is forthcoming. There's a crisis that is forthcoming. Men, 30% emotional. Women are 70% emotional. No wonder, when a woman marries a woman, you add 70 plus 70, you get 140. There is danger everywhere. And you can imagine when a man marries a man, you can imagine the type of jokes they make. Nobody ever gets a sound. You wonder whether they are in a cult, you know? I want to tell you, young men, don't go out for easy things. Easy things are obvious and they belong to everyone, every Tom, Dick, and Ochieng. I want to tell you, hard things are for people who are conspicuous, people who work hard, people who don't just hustle, but they know what they want. You know what you want, run after it, and make sure you get it. Wake up early, sleep very late. Young men, don't sleep because you are tired. Sleep because the work is done. Learn to complete your duties and know what you want. I want to tell you, today is 19th of February. What we do right today, or what we do wrong today, what we don't get right today and here, what we get right today and here, will speak to our 20 years to come. The likes of BABUs were made from now, and they are focused on the future. As you walk around, I finish with this simple story. As a man, as you come to school, make sure that the story of your mother, your father, your caretaker, your guardian, Wanga giving you the types of bursaries that you want to get. Know very well one most important thing. Make sure that you translate every support and help that you are being given into a value-based life so that you may never cry. The Bible says God loves the poor. I want to say God does not love the poor in academics. God bless you, men. Thank you.
Aye. Sleeping and foodiers. Let's prepare and we give him Dr. one meal polo. Good. Chap. Your Excellency, at this point, we want to call upon some 4 boys just to come and present to us here what they learned in their various groups. Can I call Moses Otieno of Ober Boys, Cliff Okanya of St. Peter's Kotieno, Arnold Okuku of WANG'APALA High School, and Michael Ouma of Orero Boys. Can we start with Moses Otieno? Moses, you'll take 1.5 minutes each, so that the 4 of you will take 6 minutes. And because we teach summary in school, I hope you'll summarize.
Distinguished guests, good afternoon. I'm Moses Otieno from Ober Boys High School. I'm in Form 4. And now I'll take you through life skills that you have been taught. Life skills is the criteria of life. Under life skills, we have 2 subtopics, that is positive self-esteem and self-image. Positive self-esteem is how you value yourself, how you look at yourself, that is self-image. Number 2 is decision-making, including upholding the law. Let's start with number 1, positive self-image. When you talk about positive self-esteem, you need to love yourself. You need to accept yourself the way you are. You need to accept the reality of yourself. Under that, we have confidence. Under confidence, let me give an example with Honorable BABU OWINO. You see, during the demos, we saw BABU, and I quote, he was like, leteni hata tear gas. Iyo yenye mnatumia ni ya 2017. That is confidence. That is confidence, and that is what we want from us, from the boys. He also said, by that you are a moral model, by the way. That's why I quote your words. BABU also said something like, at least right now, the taxpayers' money is doing something. Now, number 2, let's quickly go to decision making. Decision making, again, to my role model, BABU OWINO. This guy, when he was being sworn in 2017, he personally decided, nobody told him, not Wanga, not anybody, he personally decided to mention TBIM at the end of his presentation, at the end of his swearing in. Babu, am I lying? I'm not lying, I know, I cannot lie. This guy, that is personal decision. If you make your own decision, make them, because if somebody tells, let me tell you something. The wounds of our friends are sweeter than the kisses of an enemy. So Babu decided to make that decision, because even after he has been told that by the speaker to repeat what he has said according to the constitution, Babu again added what he wanted to say. TB meant, in between there he added something like Baba. And that is why I love him. His confidence, he's assertive, he's going for what he wants, he's a go-getter. Otherwise, because of time, I would have said more, but thank you very much.
Thank you, Moses. Thank you, Moses.
To all protocols observed, I greet you. Good afternoon. Okay, I'm called Cliff Otieno Kanya from St. Peter's Kotieno Secondary School. First, I've been told to summarize. That's why I'm here with my hands. I'm not carrying anything on my hands. First, what we were told, I'm from JKUAT University. We were being taught about positive masculinity. Positive masculinity. Masculinity after being that you are now a boy. What is this that you should do? You act a man. If you're a woman, you act a woman. Like when you're a man, you can't now, let's say we as boys, we do, they do say that we do hunt girls. Maybe some. After going to look for a girl outside, maybe you are expecting to meet her somewhere, then you went there, then maybe she came late, you were rained on, you now get bored. You can even start frowning, go back home, you decide not to talk with anyone because the girl has just annoyed you. It is not that you now go and frown. You are a man. Stay and remain a man. Remember the girls, I was told that the girls are like matatus. When you miss one, another one will come and you will get to board it. Thank you.
Wow.
All protocol.
Continue, Noel.
All protocols observed. Good afternoon. I hereby present one of the topic that we were taught. That is the triple threat. It refers to the HIV infections, unintended pregnancy, and sexual gender-based violence among adolescent girls and women. Among the subtopics that were covered under that was the HIV and AIDS. It is important as young people to make firm decisions concerning our health. Are we okay, boys? As young people, we have the right to stay healthy. And also, the government of Kenya has made access to health facilities more easier by building hospitals. Finally, as I conclude on the subtopic, early diagnosis of infections. It is important for prompt treatment and care. The second subtopic was the gender-based violence. Sexual abuse affects all gender and ages. As boys, we can be champions against gender-based violence by breaking the silence. It is believed that the boys should not cry, and as a result, this turns into depression and boys have no one to trust so that they can share with. For instance, you find a boy getting a girl pregnant. It is always the boy being looked for. And for this, it makes the boys to be more depressed, as if a boy wants to go and share a news with a boy, he will be afraid. Why? He will be laughed. So, as the boys, have somebody as your mentor so that you can tell all your problems, okay? Finally, my humble plea to the governor is that if such an event will be held at least once a year, as it has been held here at our school, at WANG'APALA High School, nothing but there, it would be a great pleasure. Thank you.
Wonderful.
Thank you very much. To our chief guest, Honorable BABU OWINO, our governor, Her Excellency Gladys Wanga of Homa Bay County, the distinguished guests, students, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Good afternoon once more. I'm called Michael Ouma from Orero Boys High School. I am so much elated to having been accorded this chance to give a brief overview of what we discussed in our group, that is Garissa University. Before I go into that, I would like to thank our governor very much for having seen it wise to perform this function at such a time when we as boys, we had thought earlier before that boys have been discriminated and they are being looked down upon, such that it is only girls who are being valued. Just as one said that we are not fighting over girls, we just want to create that aspect of equality in the genders. With the interest of time, just to give a brief overview of what we discussed, we were discussing something about career roles and life planning. You will bear with me witness that in most of the high schools nowadays, teachers tend to be giving greater weight to some of the careers and leaving others lagging behind. In most of the students, over 90%, if you ask them what they would like to be after the end of their education, they will quote, I want to be a doctor, I want to be a lawyer, I want to be an engineer, such big titles. But what we are trying to create, where are we leaving such careers like agricultural business, arts, entertainment, innovation and technology? Because if everybody wants to be a doctor, if everybody wants to be a lawyer, if everybody wants to be that superior person, like not everybody can be the president, then who is going to work for us in the farms to provide food? There is no people. So what we are trying to do, let us give balance. Then what we also emphasized on, and we gave greater weight, is that there is this student in a school, like let me give example of myself. I'm planning to be maybe a doctor. Then when the results of KCSE come out, I get depressed. Oh, I've scored a D-, but I was an A student material. Now you see, at times others will decide that now I'm going to commit suicide. We were told that is just a paper. That is not a real you. You are the way you are, but that deep lane is written on a paper. You hear that? Now, what we were trying to do, let all the students have alternatives, such that if this one fails, I have the alternative of doing this. You see, if you fail to become a doctor, you can as well be a teacher by professional. In fact, I love chemistry and mathematics. You can do that and proceed. Look at our MP of Embakasi. That is BABU OWINO. He's very good in maths. And during the holidays, I always watch what he is teaching. I love that. So that is a great overview to students. Let us look at it from a distant level and know what is expected of us. Otherwise, I know that there are so many people who are willing to talk. May God bless us all.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's a great presentation from our boys, a clear indication that they indeed understand what this mentorship stands for. Let's give those boys one big mil polo. Good. Okay, so we here. Now, Your Excellency, at this point, allow me to bring back the Master of Ceremony to take us to the next level.
Thank you very much, Waziri. Can we give Waziri one hearty clap? Thank you so much. That was wonderful and very wonderful indeed. We always say that we carry these boys on our laps. when they are young. We say that they can outgrow our laps, but they cannot outgrow our hearts. We love you, and indeed, it is a clear manifestation that we are shaping the future. At this point in time, allow me invite the BOM chair, WANG'APALA boys, Mr. William Okoth, to come and talk to his guests. Karibu, Mwenyekiti.
Your Excellency, the Governor of Homa Bay County, who is the President of our county, Madam Gladys Wanga, Deputy Governor, our Deputy Governor, His Excellency Joseph Oyugi Magwanga, our guest of honor, Honorable BABU OWINO, who is from Embakasi East, our MP, Dr. Ivo Barra, the Speaker of the County Assembly, Honorable Gaya, CECs present, and other dignitaries, all protocols observed. God is good, and all the time, and that is his nature. As WANG'APALA High School, we feel greatly honored to be the host venue of the first Governor's Mentorship Camp for Boys edition, because there have been many for girls before. We are thankful to the Governor for having the confidence to select our school to host this event, and we hope to host many more of such events in future, because we are ready and prepared for them. We must commend you for organizing such an event that takes care of our youth, to mold them, boost their confidence, look forward to their future with determination and hope. As you are aware, we strive to be a center of excellence in this school that offers all-round education in which students are encouraged to exploit their potential by learning and applying their knowledge to excel in different spheres. To that end, we are committed to academic excellence, as can be attested by our recent performance in this school. The number of direct university entrance qualifications had improved considerably compared to the past years. Our mean score was 8.7, and we had over 364 direct university entrants out of 375. What do we say? We also offer our students extracurricular activities to develop their physique. We are also offering a conducive learning environment by improving the physical infrastructure of the school. You will note that under the stewardship of this board and management, and with the support of parents, the Ministry of Education, and the MP for the area, and I would like to add here that our present MP is the first MP of Kabondo, Kasipul, that has given support to this school. The last time this school had any support was from His Excellency Honorable Magwanga, when it was still combined with Kasipul. But we are grateful that our MP offered us support in building laboratories. During the tenure of this board, we have constructed 20 new classrooms. The one that is behind here, the storied building, having 18 classrooms, and 2 more down there for CBC. These are efforts that have been achieved during our tenure. We have also 5 dormitories that have been constructed recently with the help of fundraising that was done, where even the High Excellency, the Governor, gave us contribution that was presided over by the Governor of Siaya, that is Governor James Orengo. Now, we have rebuilt the hall that was burnt. I think most of you are aware that we had problems in the past before this board came into office and before this principal came here, because even the main hall was burnt, several dormitories were burnt, and we are rebuilding them. So many developments have taken place to bring this school back to where it should be. We have renovated several buildings to improve the ambience of the school, and in addition, we have acquired additional land next to the school, over 2 acres, so that we can improve our infrastructure. As a result of our positive progress, the ministry has continued to increase our school's enrollment from about 962 when we came in a few years ago to over 2,300 students currently. Our challenge is still facilities to accommodate the ever-growing number of students, and we hope that we shall overcome this hurdle. We must commend our principal also and teachers, other staff, for their commitment and diligence in carrying out the responsibilities surrounding this school on a day-to-day basis. We also commend parents through Parents Association for playing their role in the school development, and finally the students who have carried the name of our school high through their hard work. Your Excellency, the Governor, because of, in the interest of time, we humbly request that your good officers may support this school with a modern library, which will be named after you if it comes to fruition. We believe that this would be a good gesture of working together with the school to improve the future of our boy child. Asanteni sana, and thank you very much for coming.
Can you give one hearty clap for the chair? Thank you so much. At this point, allow me to invite on stage Brother Dickens Bula, Kesha Chair, Homa Bay County, a very able chair who was deputized by one of us who left, Brother Dickens. Karibu sana mkubwa. Welcome.
To Her Excellency the Governor, Mama Gladys Wanga, to the Deputy Governor on Yugi Magwanga, to our guest speaker on Dr. BABU OWINO, to the area MP, Dr. Ivo Bara, to the county speaker, the majority leader, the ECM members, our MCAs, our principals and teachers. Good afternoon. Good afternoon once more. First, I want to appreciate the governor for accepting to undertake this particular activity for the boy child. Last year, during such a time when we held the girl child mentorship, we talked and you promised that from this year you'll have 2 of the functions. And today we have started with the boy child mentorship, and I appreciate you for that, for keeping to the promise. To our boys, I think for a long time we thought that they were not considered by all governments, but the governor has done a unique thing that for the first time, Homa Homa Bay County is doing what is unique, because I've never seen boy-child mentorship in any part of this particular country. So it is a unique one, and it's the first one of its kind. Thank you. Let us keep it up. Two, I want to say to our boys, were eager for this particular program, and from the attendance, you can see that the boys were really eager for this particular program, because in the previous mentorships which we have had for the girl child, we have always just had one tent. But the boys today, the number is big. I know it is to the tune of 5,000 plus, an indication that they were really happy to be given an opportunity, and I believe they'll not let you down, Madam Governor. Boys, just wave to the governor to show her that you really appreciate the program that she has brought. Thank you, and I believe that as it has started today at WANG'APALA High School, it will be something that will go round in all our sub-counties. I also want to recognize our teachers who mentor these boys, who worked with them. So teachers in our midst, kindly also stand up and wave to the governor and her team. Teachers who brought the boys for this particular program. Our teachers, they are there. Then I'll not fail to introduce our principals who have also come to grace this particular occasion. You brought us the boys. Principals also stand and wave to the governor and her team. Principals who are in our midst, they are there. Then in a special way, I want to recognize members of the governing council who actually mobilize us to ensure that these boys reached here today. So the members of the governing council, just kindly come and introduce yourself. In that connection, I think all the sub-county chairmen are members of the governing council. Kindly come and introduce yourself. Let us move very fast in this so that we compete time. Kindly let us.
In the interest of time, I'm Simeon Ratego. Simeon Ratego is a chair, Kesha Ndiwa, and a member of the governing council. Thank you so much.
My name is Joseph Ayeko, Kesha Chair, Rachuonyo South. Thank you.
Mr. Kenyato Chio, Chairman, Rachuonyo East.
Madam Fanny Floyce, Principal Nyahera Girls, Assistant Organizing Secretary, Homa Bay County. Thank you.
I'm Sylvia Uchieng, Principal Ogenya Girls, the Treasurer, Kesha County. Thank you.
I am John Ondolo, the Principal St. Pius Ndiru Secondary School, Chairman, Homa Bay Town.
I'm Otieno Margaret, Principal Wakula, Chairperson Suba West currently. Thank you.
I'm Victoria Oboda, Principal St. Francis Nyangajo Girls, Vice Chair Rachuonyo North, standing in for the chair. Thank you.
Thank you. As you can see, we have representatives from all the 9 sub-counties. Though some are not here, but the students we have here cover all our 9 sub-counties as far as the island. They are all here because they value this particular function. I want to also appreciate our governor for identifying the chief guest, who is very relevant because he's a youth, an educationist, a politician, an all-round man whose valuable knowledge will help our young boys. And as you have seen from what they have said, you are their mentor. So the governor made a right choice to bring us the right person as a guest speaker to talk to our boys. We appreciate you, and we believe that as you go back, may God bless you. Otherwise, today, we want to give our guest speaker time to talk to the boys so that as they leave, we know these are representatives from just our schools. As you go back, I believe that you'll share with those ones who remained behind so that all the students are actually, the boys are empowered. Thank you, and may God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair. Thank you. Thank you very much, Chair. Can we give one hearty clap to our Chair? Thank you so much. Your Excellency, I wish to submit as follows. The boy child has said and has resolved, we are going to be passionate about this. We are going to disappear in this with all our hearts, our minds, and souls. Thank you for remembering us. Thank you, and may the good Lord be with you. Allow me at this time, as I perform my last very act on this stage, to invite Brother Job Akuno to take us through, and I say, God bless you all.
Our chief guest, Honorable BABU OWINO, High Excellency, the Governor, and the Deputy Governor, standing on the established protocol, we acknowledge all the leaders present here today. As guided, I want to just give two things. One is to acknowledge that the Governor's Mentorship Program has been done jointly with a number of stakeholders, among them being the civil society organizations working in Homa Bay County. And because we are a number of us, Her Excellency, this time around, because of the number of universities, we had over 200 mentors. I want to invite the mentors to be upstanding when I call their respective organizations, just so that we acknowledge them. In no particular order, can we have the mentors from LVCT, EGPAF, Vukisha 95, all standing? Please be standing. Vukisha 95, LVCT, EGPAF Consortium. Thank you for your services. Let's give them a round of applause. Our other partner is a partner leading the coordination of stakeholders at the national level, the National Syndemic Disease Control Council, NSCCC. May we have those present from NDCC stand so that we acknowledge you. I see them led by Steve Oyugi there. Your presence and participation is highly acknowledged. We have Zipline, who are helping counties, especially with ensuring that we have drones helping us with movements of drugs and medicines. Any representative from Zipline, wherever you are, please know that you are acknowledged. We have HEDSO, representatives from HEDSO. Next, we have PS Kenya. We acknowledge you, colleagues from PS Kenya. ADS Nyanza. We acknowledge our partners from ADS Kenya. CATAG. Next, we have CSA, Center for Study of Adolescents. Child Fund. We also have One Kid, One World. We have Women Action Foundation. We have the President's Awards, and of course, the county government. Now, before I invite, I'm requested to invite at least a minute from the President's Awards Fund. I want to state that during this session, and you have all seen it illustrated, the mentees have enjoyed the sessions. And this was a response, as the governor promised in Asumbi Girls, that we are going to have the boys edition. Those of us who were in the planning weren't sure that it would be such a success. Governor, we respect your commitment because it has been such a great success. Finally, for the partner President's Awards, please, we invite you to have 1 minute just to crown it on behalf of all the other partners, as I've been requested to accord you that minute. Otherwise, thank you. And for the students, you are such a lovely lot. You are such a lovely lot. I am notified that Ujama Africa was not mentioned. Ujama Africa stand mentioned and appreciated. Yeah? Yes, and oh my, CPF, actually they brought quite a number of partners and mentors. The omission is highly regretted. You are highly appreciated as partners in this process. Please.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Maria Birgen. Your Excellency, the Governor, the Deputy Governor, Area MP, Chief Guest, County Executive, invited guest, last but not least, our important young people. My name is Maria Birgen. I'm from the President's Award. I'm very happy to be here. Also, I'm very happy to the First Lady to take the stage. Thank you, Madam. I was just having a look about the Governor's Mentors Program. I really am encouraged by it because we have the same initiative at the President's Award. We look at giving positive life skills to young people, character building, and also making sure you develop self-confidence. I am not too sure if people know about the President's Award. It's known a lot as the PA, and I'll just give a little small history about it. It's an international award program by the Duke of Edinburgh. So this award was initiated by the late Prince Philip. He actually started it with the young boys. He wanted young boys even back in the 1956 to make sure they have something to do. So he started this program, and right now this program is very big internationally. We are in 129 countries. Over 1 million young people are doing this program, and very impressive, Kenya is number 2 in running this program. So this program is run through the President's Award, which is a state agency under the Ministry of Youth Affairs and Creative Economy. So I'm very excited to be able to partner with the Governor's Mentorship Program. Already the few people who have come and spoke here at the front, especially the young men, I'm very, very much impressed. This is just a testament of what the Governor's Program is already doing. It's already shaping young people, nurturing people for a very young age. PAK is also doing the same thing. We look for people between the ages of 14 and 24, and we start nurturing you at a very, very young age. You might wonder how this program is usually done. So it's done in 4 sections. So we have young people who will take up a skill section where we actually encourage young people, pick up a new skill, improve on a skill, be brave, take whichever skill you can think about it and master it. Right? Then the second one is community service. We encourage you to be all-rounded people in your community. You give back to your community. This is through volunteering your time. It can be anything. It can be within your school or it can be outside your school. Another section we have where we try to improve young people is called the physical recreation part of the program. We encourage you to maintain your bodies and to be healthy, and you start very young. And also through physical recreation, I do know the young people, there's mental health. Through physical recreation and being active, you will continue to be mentally strong to face the world. Then the last section is called the adventurer's journey, where we encourage you to go out there and take hiking, which is a minimum of 6 hours, and it makes you learn to be resilient and makes you learn to be all-rounded and disciplined. So that is what the program is about. We do the program in different phases. We have the bronze, which takes about 3 months, and we award young people. We have 6 months for the silver and 12 finally for the gold. So we are very happy to have the opportunity to collaborate with the Governor's Mentorship Program. We have really seen how amazing this program is, the way it's touching young people and the way it's ensuring that we're building young people from a very, very, very young age. So I would like to really commend the Governor for this excellent program. Thank you.
Thank you very much for those interesting insights on the President's Award. And of course, we're glad that you're partnering with us at this point. You know, we know that even the girls edition is coming up soon, and we expect that will continue that way. Now, I am not qualified to get to the next part, which is the reason I am actually inviting Waziri Opere, who will be inviting the next speakers going forward. But as he's coming forward, you should at least have been generous enough with your applause for me, for being the lead mentor.
Thank you, Job. That's not enough for Job. The work that Job Akuno does in this county is great and wonderful. Let's give job 1 mil polo. Good. Your Excellency, I'm coming here to recognize the office of the first gentleman. We have Mr. Roche. Mr. Roche, can you just rise and wave where you are? And the team that comes from that office. Ladies and gentlemen, you are aware that this concept of boys mentorship at the county government level was coined and brought together by the office of the first gentleman. It was supposed to be here, but it's held up somewhere. That's why we recognize this office. With those many remarks, allow me now to call upon the Waziri Devolution to come and do introduction to other members of the County Executive Committee who are present.
Thank you very much. Your Excellency, our beloved Governor, our Deputy Governor, Chief Guest, allow me to stand on the established protocol. Good afternoon. Oh, boy child, I can't even hear you. Good afternoon. Thank you very much. First, Your Excellency, please allow me to introduce my colleagues. The CCMs present, please come up. As you come up, I'd like to recognize the chief officers from the county who are here with us. Please stand up and wave. Chief officers, directors, deputy directors, all other staff from the different divisions that are here with us, please stand up and wave. Let the people see you. Thank you very much.
My name is Dr. Lo Joash, the County Executive Committee member for Water, Irrigation, Sanitation, Environment, Energy, Forestry, and Climate Change. Thank you.
Thank you. My name is Dr. John Agili. I'm the CCM in charge of blue economy, fisheries, mining, and digital economy. Thank you.
My name is Roslyn Omolo. I'm CEC for Public Health and Medical Services.
My name is Malit Sarah. I'm the CCM in charge of Gender, Youth, Sports and Talents Development, Culture and Social Services. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm Solomon Okelobiero, CCM in charge of Finance and Economic Planning.
Kwa jina naitwa Danisho Nyango, mimi ni waziri wa barabara, ujenzi, miundo msingi. Karibuni sana.
And I'm Upere Martin, the County Executive Committee member in charge of Education, Human Capital Development, and Vocational Training.
And I'm Grace Masiosewe. I'm the County Executive Committee member for Governance, Administration, Communication, and Evolution. Your Excellency, this is your day with the boy child. I just have one thing to say, and this is to assure you that this camp, this mentorship program, is more than just this one-day event. We have many partners around the table, Your Excellency. We're going to work with the students who have come here as champions in the different schools, and we're going to grow the program with your support. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Grace. Allow me at this point now to bring this to the higher level and invite the area MCA, Honorable Alice, to come and introduce her colleagues. You make your remarks and you have your leadership to introduce your colleagues.
Her Excellency the Governor, Deputy Governor, our guest of honor, Mheshimiwa BABU OWINO, our area MP, Madam Eva Kinyobara, our County Speaker, Majority Leader, Principals, and all protocols observed. God is good, and all the time. I will take this opportunity to welcome all our guests to Kabondo East Ward. In Kabondo East Ward, we have 13 secondary schools and 24 primary schools. We have 2 high schools, which is WANG'APALA High School and Bishop Lina Sokok. Her Excellency the Governor, I had another speaker here who was saying that behind a successful man, there is why are you not saying it loudly? There is a woman. What I want to say is that I just want to encourage our young men who has come here for the first time for this first edition. I just want to tell our young students that they should keep their ambitions for their better future. And again, you should also abstain from 3 things. When you are walking around, I heard the governor telling you that you should abstain from drugs, from sex, and from alcohol. So if you do this, you will have a better future. I had another parent who was saying that he started smoking when he was in standard 5 and is still smoking up to date. Do not do that. If you do that, you'll not have a good life in future. I don't have much to say. Because of time, I will only invite our majority leader to call upon our MCS to introduce them. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you much more. Just stand here so that I introduce you. Just stand. Your Excellency, the Governor of Homa Bay, Honorable Commissioner Gladys Wanga, together with your deputy, our Honorable Chief Guest, Jadwong'Ongele, the Chunyu Mentor, the area MP, Dr. Ivo Bara, my speaker, all protocols observed. Good afternoon. Your Excellency, for the interest of time, allow me just to introduce the honorable members who are here. Kindly just come. Our honorable MCS. Can I do it? Your Excellency, allow me just give them so that they introduce themselves. Just less than a minute.
Honorable Paul Barry, MCA Kwanyekelo Ward.
Honorable Yvonne Becky, Special Elected representing youths.
I'm Honorable Titus Asiago, MCA Roma Kaksing Ward, and also the Deputy Majority Whip at the Assembly. Just a word. I'm happy to be here today because the host, Mr. Doro, was my teacher. And he made me be who I am today because he allowed me to be in school for a whole year without paying school fees because you were not able. I thank you for that. And BABU, OWINO, I've been your driver, you know. Thank you.
I'm Peter Sungunya-Komita, member of County Assembly representing Kabondo West. Majority, if you allow me in just 1 minute. I'm old boy of this school and I have a lot of history with WANG'APALA. So I just want to encourage the young ones that one of you today is an MCA. In the next 5, 10, 20 years, we'll also expect the boys to be where our governor is also sitting. If not, God bless all of you.
Thank you so much. All protocol observed. I'm Honorable Joan Ogada, MCA Kojwachi Ward. I serve as a commissioner in the board. Vijana High, change your altitude to reach the highest attitude. Asanteni sana.
Standing on all protocols. Thank you. My name is Honorable Florence Ouma, aka Nyaruoth, specially elected, coming from Dewa. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Good afternoon. I'm Honorable Eric Augo, specially elected, representing the interests of the young people in the County Assembly. Thank you.
All protocol observed. My name is Honorable Tony Otheo. I represent Arujo Ward at the County Assembly of Homa Bay. I'm the Chairman, Public Accounts and Investment Committee.
Finally, I'm Mheshimiwa Ali Swinga, Area MCA. Thank you.
Your Excellency, I just want to confirm that on behalf of the Assembly, we have been supporting you on girls edition. But for this, I know in the morning we had a meeting in the Assembly. And in our meeting, we said unanimously that even this financial year, if you tell us to allocate something for this, we'll do it seriously. Thank you, Your Excellency. Allow me to invite the Speaker. The Speaker will speak on our behalf. Yeah. No, just come. This is bad. Thank you.
Your Excellency, the Governor of Homa Bay, the Deputy Governor, Honorable Wanga, our Chief Guest, Dr. BABU OWINO, TBIM, the Area Member of Parliament, Dr. Obara, the Leader of Majority and the members of the County Assembly, the CEC members, the partners who have enabled us to be here, the principals, CAPTCHA, students, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Good afternoon once again. Majority had told me to speak on their behalf, but I believe they have spoken. So I'll only be very brief. Your Excellency, you always score first. This is the first edition of the boys' edition of the Governor's Mentorship. We've never had it, and as confirmed by Mr. Bola, that this is the first in the entire county. So I want to thank you, Your Excellency, for being number one always. As an assembly, we've had a chat in the morning. And Your Excellency, you are very much aware that we have been complaining that the girl child is given first priority in most of things. And that's why at one given time, we had the men caucus, where we elected one of our own to be the chair of the male caucus. He ought to have been here, but because of other commitment in the assembly, he didn't come. But boys, we want to assure you that let's claim our position. Are we ready to claim that position? Are we ready? So if you're ready, let me see by a show of hands that you're ready to claim your position. Others, Your Excellency, I don't want to say much, but allow me to invite Ajeke. Ajeke is Kir. Ajeke, Jedwung Ajeke ni. Yeah, is a council of elder under one and only Odongeranda. So allow me to give him time so that he can speak.
Your Excellency, the Governor, Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor, Honorable OWINO Wurdakoyer, the MP, ladies and gentlemen, my grandchildren everywhere, wherever you are seated, good afternoon. Ajike Kodhiamo on stage. Osogurobando winjore gichudi. Osogurobando winjore gichudi. Oyeyo ka ochudi. Oyeyo ka ochudi. Nyawanga emayo gi. Nyawanga emayo chuo soko mayo. How do I change your program? Nikech nyo luonga ni mondo awach gimoro matin. To nikech onge time, I will go through very fast and speak to my grandchildren only. Very, very fast. Because I prepared it, I want to say it. In the Luo Council of Elders Amosumba Mruai, that means organizing secretary, deputy. Watoto, where are we when we say the time and pace is not high today? The bell that rings to kick off the day long went when dawn was nigh. Every laborer in the field on the day, according to her work, will get her pay, the price and harvest according to her way. Do I hear the gong for the last lap? Early risers are up, dusting their lapels. Like the gods, they have their future in their laps. Each day, they revise and lap up the lapses. Unlike the late risers, they are ahead of the pack. They learned early that time and tide wait for no man, and the world must recognize them for their toil and mark. Time will come, and you will say, time was short and I never had my way. Till the hour was late, where were you saying? When makers' good were counted, you stayed away from the bay. The list is out for performers to praise. It is noontide, and it is too late to repair. And now you must pay for the world had your prey. Because we cannot find your name in the list of praise. You have failed to make good. Adwan mundawachi gidoluo. Ni kanyathi oknyal somo, kanyathi oknyal temo. Nitie weche ariyo kende dholuo. Achiel, iwacho ni nyithindo manyiri, kakoro gise romo kabisa. Tachiel iwacho ni nyithindo machuo samora mora, midwaro ni mondo gitem tigi moro. Nitie the word chuki. 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 Iwacho ni nyathi manyako. To nyathi madichuo, iwacho ni chukri. Kata gino liet chukri. Owino chukri. Babu. Babu chukri wuod dhako yier. Chukri. Kata tek ya wuoi. Uneno ka koro nyithindo manyiri lisou. Koro un bende kauru your part. Mondo koro utem. Igalo rito jidhi. Piny mwadake ni wakchoga. Igalo rito jidhi. Piny mwadake ni alambo yore. Jiwuotho to indi ling inindo. Igalo rito jidhi. Piny mwadake ni wuotho yombo. Igalo rito jidhi. Piny mwadake ni alambo yore. Jowi! Jowi! Jowi!
Erokamana Jiki. Thank you very much, Elder Jiki. In conclusion, Your Excellency, on behalf of the leadership of the County Assembly, they have jointly alluded that in this financial year when we're doing our budget, we'll make sure that we put some money to make sure that we fund these mentorship programs. I'm very sure these members here, they are consenting to that. We're only waiting for that approach from the executive so that we allocate funds as we also get some funds from our partners. Otherwise, Your Excellency, allow me to thank most sincerely our chief guest today, Honorable BABU OWINO. I was with him yesterday and he was very much enthusiastic to come here today. We discussed a lot. Thank you, BABU, for coming, finding time to come to Homa Bay. Otherwise, allow me to invite the area member of parliament, Honorable Nyakodero. Degree moja, kichwa moja, degree ngapi? Kichwa moja, degree ngapi? I'm told there's some surprise here. There's some surprise.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Sinyagi pombe la utaleo, niwape shombe walochelewa, zikinipanda monde nitapepewa, pembe la ng'ombe au malewa, ila usiforget kusema asante baba na mama, walokupoza ukakuwa, nakupa na keki kwa wema, kulinde baba Maulana, nakuombea na dua. Kata usiogope. Kata. 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 Kata mami kata. Kata. Kata dog kata. Kata. Kata usiogope. Kata. 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 Kata mami kata. Kata. Kata menta kata. 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 Kata membo kata. Kata. Kata usiogope. Kata. We are celebrating our lead mentor's birthday, Dr. Eve Obara. And this is a special day for her. So as she leads the boy child, she has done it well with the girl child, and we appreciate as she takes it into the mentorship program of the boys. Thank you, Mom. Thank you, Daktari. We appreciate it. Birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Thank you for feeding the boy child. Why is this so much? We are starting a different day for you. We must be a different. Let's move on to better heights. Thank you, boys. Thank you. Thank you, boys. Thank you, boys. Thank you. We can leave Mom now to give us a seat. Thank you. Thank you, boys. We can resume our seats. Let us resume our seats.
Happy birthday.
All right.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, boys. Aya, Tosha boys, thank you very much. Thank you very much. We appreciate ma'am.
Sure. Serve it, please. Serve it. Yeah, sure. Adjust.
Wow. Governor, that was a pleasant surprise. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. God is good. On all the time, thank you very much. To our chief guest of honor, Honorable Dr. BABU, OWINO, our one and only Governor Gladys, Wanga, Her Excellency, and the Deputy Governor, all protocols observed. My role here today is very simple. Mine is just to welcome you all to Kabondo Kasipul constituency. In a special way, my colleague and guest of honor, BABU OWINO. Governor Wanga, thank you so much for this innovative program. It's the first that we have in our region, and I want to appreciate the curriculum that I have seen that the boys are going through. And I want to encourage the principals because I've seen that we are in partnership with the secondary school heads. I want to ask or request you, partner with them, but go beyond the annual program. Because what I've seen in the curriculum is something that we can do in schools. Take other boys through this program in schools, the principals. Let it be a program, a monthly program that they go through. They go through each and every cluster that I've seen there. And by the end of the year, they would have gone through everything. So that the boys who are not able to come, I am sure, when these boys go back to school today, everybody will be scrambling to want to come for the next one. And it is not possible to carry each and every person. Vijana oye! Vijana oye! You have learned something. Please take it back to those who are not able to come. I have interacted with you and I've seen the enthusiasm with which you had on the program. BABU, we know you're a role model to these boys. And you have seen, I do not think you expected to hear this boy say that he was listening to you on the day you were sworn in. He was listening to you. And many of them were listening to you. Many of them are looking up to you. Be that role model. But remember, it comes with heavy responsibility with what you do. Because what you do is what they will copy. So put them on the straight path, that straight road, and you're capable. These are your disciples. Many years in future, you will need them. We know that, don't we? BABU OWINO, thank you so much. BABU OWINO is a role model. If he will tell you his story, where he has come from and where he is sitting on the front row today, many of you will stop feeling sorry for yourselves. With those remarks, not to take too much time, Kabondo Kasipul untie. Umorgi mama. Umorgi babu. Thank you so much. To all the leadership of the assembly, the CECs and the chief officers and everybody in the county, let us continue working together. You have shown us the way. You have shown, Mama Gladys, you have shown other counties what it means to work as a team, be it with the assembly, be it with the MPs, be it with the other, with the Baba and everybody else in leadership. You have shown it. And your humility above everything else, please keep it that way. God, the sky, as I always say, is the lower limit for even you. Thank you very much. May God bless you. Deputy Governor, thank you so much for being a supportive deputy to our governor. Fanyeni kazi pamoja, fanyeni kazi na BBD as you have done and shown the way. May I now take this opportunity to invite our Deputy Governor, Oyugi Magwanga, to come and take the program forward and call our governor, and then we'll take it up from there. Thank you very much. Asanteni sana. Thank you very much for a beautiful program. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Honorable Eve Obara, the MP for Kabondo Kasipul. To Your Excellency, the Governor of Homa Bay, Gladys Atieno Nyasona Wanga. To our chief guest, none other than Dr. BABU OWINO, the Speaker of the County Assembly, the entire members of County Assembly, the Waziris present, the distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Good afternoon once more again. It appears that you are hungry. Eh? You are hungry? Pole sana. But we are going to eat in the end. Your Excellency, I just want to take a very short time. First, let me thank each and every previous speaker for taking time to be here and speak to the boy child. The boy child is a precious person, and we all care for you. And that is why I must also thank Her Excellency for taking her time to be here, for creating some resources, for setting aside some resources so that this function can take place. A boy child, note that there is a value on your head. There is a value on your head, and protect it. Let all our eyes be fixed at the price, and you all know the price. I toured a number of the universities here, and I heard your dreams. You have beautiful dreams, and you are going to realize all that you dream to become. Remember to remain disciplined and be upright in whatever you do. Then you will be a better person in the society. In any case, the man was created first before. So a woman was made out of a man. So we are the people, and we are here. See, you are the majority. You are the majority. So you are here by all rights, and you are the ones who do what? Who do house there? Ladies. So I want to advise you boys that you have a future. We are here for you. We are praying for you. Just take the instructions. And since I don't want to take a lot of your time, we have the other speakers. The chief guest has a lot. The governor has also a lot. With all that I've said, I take this opportunity to invite Her Excellency to come and address and finally call the guest speaker. Thank you so much. May God bless you.
Okay. Please be seated. Now today, as the women, we are the minority, and we've been told the men are the people. So can the boys and the men say, we are the people? No, you see, you don't believe it. Can you say it like you believe it? We are the people. Now you believe it. Our chief guest for this first edition of the Boys Mentorship Camp, Honorable Dr. BABU OWINO, who is really the most appropriate chief guest we could think of for today's occasion. Our area MP for Kabondo Kasipul, Honorable Dr. Eva Kinyo-Bara, Excellency Deputy Governor who has spoken, our CCs in the House, the Speaker of the County Assembly of Homa Bay, Honorable Julius Odhiambo Gaya, Majority Leader of the County Assembly, Honorable Richard Oumo Gindo, members of the County Assembly led by the area member, Chairman of the board of this school, my longtime friend, William Okoth, son of a pastor, the principal of the school, Kesha, with whom we have partnered in this program for the longest time, our partners, our CSO partners, as well as other private sector partners who have come along with us for over the years, really, as we have run a mentorship program since 2014. And we started this mentorship program when we really had nothing but the dream. And you came through, you have come through every year in, year out. And there's never been a day. This mentorship camp has been like a wedding. I have never heard of a wedding that is cancelled because of lack of money. This mentorship camp has also over the years never had to be cancelled because of lack of money. We have cut our coat according to our size all the years, and we have, so I'm really thankful. Our guest speaker who also spoke to us very powerfully today, CC Grace and your team, I really must thank you for going all out together with Mr. Opere to make this happen. All protocol observed really. We have principals, we have teachers, we have mentors who have spent a lot of time here. We have staff of the county government of Homa Bay. Really, I'm really, really grateful to be here with you today. I don't want to speak much because our chief guest is the one who's really going to speak to us today. But I just want to share, I want to put the question. The speaker didn't put it, but because I am a seasoned parliamentarian, I want to put the question on a very contentious subject that we have discussed in most of the universities. And the question was, to have a girlfriend or not to have a girlfriend today, at this point in time. So I will put the question. Will as many as are of the opinion that we need to have girlfriends say aye? Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The nays have it. Okay, that is a rigged vote. Because we said, I think the argument was, who is a girlfriend? And many of you advanced the argument that a girlfriend is not a sexual partner. It is a girl who is your friend. with whom you can study together and compare notes. And if you know physics and they know geography, you teach them physics and they teach you geography. But overall, what we said comes from the book of Ecclesiastes, that there is a time for everything. And I think I like the argument that you advanced, that a girl can be your friend, but you don't have to get into a sexual relationship. But we also said that given that you are teenagers here, you know you are our sons, we know you, your emotions run high. That is why they put for you paraffin in the githeri. If you ever smell paraffin in the githeri, in the meat, in the beans, it's because of libido and emotions running very high. And that is why we are discouraging you from getting into this relationship that could distract you from the major thing that you focus on now, which is your studies. So, after having made that explanation, are we agreed that we will remain focused on our studies And even if you have a girl who is your friend, it will not be for sexual purposes. It will just be for purposes of comparing academic notes. And if you feel like you're going to hug that girl, as Babu said, hug a book. I am just going towards finishing. I have a speech which my office requires me to read for the record, because you know this is an inaugural, it has to go in record. If somebody asks what did the governor say, they can obtain it from somewhere. So I'm profoundly honored to stand before you today here at WANG'APALA Boys High School for the very first Governor's Mentorship Camp. This gathering has brought together all the boys' secondary schools across Homa Bay County and holds immense significance as it marks our commitment to the holistic development of our young boys who are the bedrock of our county's future. As we embark on this transformative journey, let me express my gratitude for the warm welcome and dedicated efforts put forth by all the participating schools and all those who have been involved in organizing this mentorship camp, together with our host school, WANG'APALA Boys High School. Reflecting on my journey from being the woman rep to now governor, we initiated the annual Girls Mentorship Program known as Mama County Says. With divine elevation to governor, we continued this noble effort under the Governor's Mentorship Camp, successfully mentoring 5,000 girls aged between 10 and 21 last year. However, this progress unveiled a stark reality, and I was asked all the time, what about the boy? What about the boy? And while our intention was never to relegate the boy, was to rescue the girl, it appeared that it was a priority to have the boys also coming on board. Today we stand united, recognizing that our society, in addressing one issue, inadvertently creates another. That's the focus of us gathering today. The focus of us gathering today is the boy child. I'm pleased to witness this first ever Governor's Mentorship Boys program, and I'm particularly excited at the imminent success, evident by the meaningful experiences that we have shared so far, and what you will share with each other today and in days to come. To our mentees, the boys, this program serves as a platform for your holistic development during a crucial stage in your lives, in your life journey. I encourage you to broaden your horizons, appreciate the richness of life, and, as we say in Homa Bay, strive and purpose to unlock your endless potential. Our mentors are here to guide you in deciphering your life's compass. In the 21st century, we find ourselves grappling with unprecedented challenges, and today I wish you drew your attention to a critical issue, the triple threat menace of HIV infections, gender-based violence, and teenage pregnancies among adolescents. It is our collective responsibility to address this issue head-on. My vision for Homa Bay, and as the national champion for the triple threat, is to eliminate the triple threat by 2030. To young boys here, you play a crucial role in supporting me to realize this vision. You're not just the leaders of tomorrow, but the change makers of today. Through awareness, education, and active participation, you can contribute significantly to breaking the cycle of these challenges in our community. In our pursuit to end the triple threat, we have launched comprehensive initiatives. One such initiative is the End Triple Threat by 2030 campaign. Through targeted programs, awareness campaigns, and community engagement, we aim to reduce HIV infections, eradicate GBV, and minimize teenage pregnancies. I encourage each one of you to actively participate in these programs, spreading awareness and acting as ambassadors of change in your communities. As part of our commitment to education and empowerment, I am pleased to share with you the continuation and expansion of our educational support initiatives. The Fins to Swim Scholarship Program remains steadfast in supporting bright and needy students throughout their high school education. This year, we have supported a total of 290 young boys and girls, some of whom are here with us today. I don't know if they are here, our Fins to Swim scholars. No. As you can see, this scholarship is a beacon of hope to all boys, parents, guardians, and communities they come from and ensures that no deserving student is left behind due to financial constraints. Additionally, our bursary program will continue to provide financial assistance to students in need. Education is the key to unlocking endless possibilities, and through these programs, we are determined to open doors for every young mind willing to learn. Boys, as the trustees of posterity, you hold the key to our collective future, and I told you in the groups as much. In our dynamic society, I anticipate you to possess ideals, critical thinking, independence, and creativity. Mentors, your role is pivotal in providing the encouragement necessary for their growth, and I am confident that this symbiotic relationship will enrich both mentors and mentees. As we gather here today, I can't help but contemplate the future, especially by the time most of our boys, especially by the time most of our boys reach my stage of life in the 2040s. The 21st century is undergoing rapid changes driven by globalization, information technology, and artificial intelligence. As young Africans, I urge you to firmly believe that this century is destined to be the African century, with predictions indicating that a significant share of the world's economy will be in your hands by 2030. Amidst these rapid changes, I propose to you, boys, today that the values and goals you will live by should remain constant. Upholding enduring values such as honesty, integrity, striving for excellence without compromise, seizing opportunities, facing life's challenges with courage, and recognizing the importance of continual learning beyond the classroom are essential for your personal and collective success. Mentorship is a powerful tool that can guide and shape your journey. Seek out mentors, both within and without your community, who can provide guidance, support, and valuable insights. Remember, mentorship is not just about receiving advice, it is a reciprocal relationship where both parties learn and grow. Embrace the mentorship opportunities provided during this camp and beyond. In conclusion, I want to commend each and every one of you for taking part in this boys mentorship camp. Your presence here signifies your commitment to personal growth and community development. As we strive to end the triple threat by 2030, I urge you to be proactive agents of change in your communities. Take full advantage of the mentorship opportunities, education programs, and support systems available to you. To the young boys within Homa Bay, you are change makers of today and future leaders, innovators, influencers of our county. Your success is our success, and together we can build a prosperous and harmonious Homa Bay. Thank you, and I wish you all an inspiring and transformative experience during this boys mentorship camp. And what I want to say finally is, this information or any learning that you have is not for you alone. For those who have come from schools way from Suba South all the way to Chabera, when you go back, please share this with your friends. And I really appreciate the initiative to take this mentorship program into the schools. And I think this is something we will support and work together with our partners and Kesha to be able to move this forward so that this mentorship is not just annual here, but we can also move it forward into the schools with the boys who come as the champions, as was proposed by Honorable the CEC, Madam Grace. With those many, many remarks, our chief guest for today, who is Honorable Doctor, he's a young man who's come from places. And when we had the idea to have this boys mentorship camp, I didn't think twice about which guest would be the most appropriate guest to be here today. We immediately said, let's invite BABU OWINO, because we know that your message, your experience, your life experience, which you'll be sharing with these boys, will remain with them and inspire them and let them know that there is no hurdle too high to jump. Let me use this opportunity to welcome you, Honorable Dr. BABU OWINO, to come and please address this immense and huge gathering of boys from Homa Bay County. Karibu sana. Karibu.
Just be seated, please. God is good, and all the time. Thank you. Thank you so much. Your Excellency, the Governor of the Republic of Homa Bay, Governor Gladys Nyasuna Wanga, Governor whose intellectual capacity is at optimum, Governor whom we always have intellectual fellowship together, a governor who knows the essence and the meaning of what education is and what education can achieve. Thank you very much, Your Excellency, Governor Gladys Wanga. To the Deputy Governor, Homa Bay, the Republic of Homa Bay, His Excellency, Your Excellency, Honorable Magwanga, thank you for being a support system to our Governor, Excellency Gladys Wanga. To the area Member of Parliament, Dr. Eve Obara, whose intellectual capacity is also at optimum. And when you are doing calculus, you say when you want to get the gradient of our brain cells, at dy dx equals to 0. That gradient becomes optimum. An optima or optimum. To the Speaker of Homa Bay County, who is also a great friend of mine, a man who loves his work and deserves being the Speaker. To the Majority Leader, Simba wa County. To the CECs, the Chief Officers, Members of County Assembly, Kesha, the principal, of WANG'APALA Boys, who happen to be the alumni of Kisumu Boys High School, where the intellectual journey began. And I saw that you produced over 350 students direct to the university. Congratulations for the great job. To ladies and gentlemen who are here, parents who are here, members of the media, boys, hamjambo, vijana tibim, vijana ria, vijana tialala. You know tibim and tialala in the intellectual parlance means that you must pass. So when you say, I will tibimize exams and tialalize books, so you must be at your best, okay? Thank you very much. Before I talk to you, boys to men, because very soon you will be men, okay? Before I talk to you, I would like to invite a few comrades whom we came with, comrades who have something to share, at least comrades who are with me at the university, who have the same experience you had in high school, and who can at least tell you a word that will change your life. And I will give them just a minute each, or 2 minutes each. And I will start with Comrade Tabitha Rachel. At least this is a girl child, and as she's coming, everybody was talking about a man. I want to correct you that a man in the Bible means a man and a woman. So for the boys, I want you, and I will talk to you about that, okay? So we must also give an opportunity to our girl child. And that is why when God created a man, as you are referring to the first man, God took a rib from the man to tell you, to send information, to send a message that a man and a woman are equal. Karibu, comrade.
Thank you, Honorable Dr. BABU OWINO. Your Excellency, Governor Gladys Wanga, my all-time mentor and inspiration. Your Beautifulness Excellency, Honorable Eve Obara, the birthday girl for today. all protocols observed. Amjambo. My name is Rachel Tabitha, alumni of Mount Kenya University, and at the same time, the serving Deputy President of the Kenya University Students Organization, working, thank you, under mentorship of Honorable BABU OWINO and His Excellency Baba Raila Amolo Odinga. And thank you. I'd like to, thank you so much. In the interest of time, I'd like to greet the soon-to-be students, the soon-to-become comrades. Kwa lugha yetu, comrades power. Give it to me as comrades to be soon. Comrades power. Whatever you do, do it with passion. Here at the high school level, you've not yet seen the world. Education is shaped. The future is shaped at the university. Be curious to come to the university and always remember that there are so many keys to success, but education remains as the master key. Thank you, Honorable Doctor.
Thank you very much, Comrade Tabitha. Next is Isaac Ochieng. We were together at the University of Nairobi.
Thank you very much, Mheshimiwa Babu. The Governor, Her Excellency Gladys Wanga, Deputy Governor, and all dignitaries, students, parents, good afternoon. Yeah, the Governor has spoken, so if I speak, I'll be in breach of protocol. And I just want to thank the Governor and everyone who organized this for preparing the boys for the road, not preparing the road for the boys. God bless you all. The next edition, we shall come again. Thank you so much.
Thank you. The next, just say hi, please, without just making so much speech. Comrade Onu.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Felix Onunda Ogina. I'm from Wangching Ward. We were together, though Babu was ahead of me, he later joined us. I met Babu in 2013 while I was a student at the School of Business. Thank you so much.
Asante sana. And lastly, we have Comrade Professor Philip Omolo.
Your Excellency Governor, our Chief Guest, Your Excellency Deputy Governor, the Speaker of the County Assembly, and all protocols observed. Good afternoon. Students, we wanted to hear from Babu OWINO, but I want to tell you two things about him, then I'll sit down. Sometimes 2 months ago, Babu OWINO received an invitation to the University of Weldios in Benin to receive his honorary doctorate degree. Now, before we could reach that, I have reflected the journey that Babu has walked. I met Babu at the university when I was in the School of Business doing my first degree, and he was in the School of Science doing his first degree in actuarial science, where he got a first class. Then I thought I was the one who knew how to read. When I went to the School of Business again to do an MBA, I met him there again doing his master's in actuarial science. So that was not enough for us, so I sneaked into the law school to get an undergraduate degree in law school. I met Babu there, and we sat in the same classes. I listened to his reasoning, his questions on legal philosophy, and the argument that he would make in class. When I went back again to get a master's in law, Babu was also in the same class getting his master's in law. Right now, as we speak, we are both students at the University of Nairobi again. Babu is getting another master's, and I am getting another master's. So those are how many degrees? Now, something that is similar again, I grew up in the slums of Kibera, and Babu OWINO grew up in the slums of Nyalenda. Yesterday, something very interesting happened. We had dinner with Babu's mother. Students, do you know where we had it? At a 5-star hotel in Kisumu called Acacia Premium. So as I sat there with Babu's mother, seeing the joy on her face, I reflected the journey that we have walked. We have come so far, and yet we still know there's a lot to be done. So I just want to tell you that BABU OWINO is somebody that we are proud of. He makes us proud, and I have seen he makes you guys proud. Last time when there was COVID, he volunteered and taught very difficult subjects online, and some of you were able to participate and see that. So BABU, you are welcome to give these students the story of your life, and just know that we are proud of you.
Thank you very much. I brought these comrades here today so that you, the boys at Homa Bay County, the boys in the whole country, and the students in the whole country, to know that it is possible. To know that there are those who have been at the university, there are those at the university, and you also to tell you that it's possible. That from here where you headed is straight to the university. And the moment you visit the kingdom of university, your life will be 100% changed. So I would like to recognize the presence of my two aunties, and the reason why they are here, they stay around here, so that you know where I came from. They are with you here. Auntie Helen, just stand up and wave. Auntie Monica, stand up and wave. The two ladies are sisters to my mother, and they are married here at Homa Bay County. I came with them so that if I tell you my story, you become part of that story. As you engulf it, as you digest it, it becomes part of you. Recognizing the presence of my brother, Geoffrey Ajiki, just wave. Thank you very much. So ladies and gentlemen, and boys, good afternoon once again. I'm Honorable Dr. BABU OWINO. I was born and bred in Kisumu, stayed at Nyalenda slums, trying to make ends meet at Nyalenda slums, went to Central Primary School in Kisumu, and in Central Primary School, God blessed me to be a leader. So from class 3 to class 7, I was a prefect. Then in class 7, I was an assistant head boy. Then class 8, I was a head boy. But life was not a bed of roses. Life was not about marrying around. Life was full of challenges. My mother took the responsibility of raising us up. We are 3 in our family, my sister, brother, and I am the last born. Mom resolved to the fate of selling changa in Nyalenda slums. You know what changa is? Please don't use it, don't misuse it, and don't abuse it. So don't attempt it. It is not good for you. But that is the only way we could make ends meet. After Dad passed on when we were in class 3. So Mom had to struggle, and during those days, it was the Nyayo era where changa was banned. It was an illicit brew. Policemen could come to our house, get people drinking changa, beat people in the house. So as a child, I grew up with trauma that some of you may be having, frustrations, bitterness, grief, and all the poisons of life. Mom had an opportunity of only getting for us school fees, for our siblings and myself, food to eat, clothes to put on, money for fees. But that wasn't enough, because she could not also perform the role of a man in the house, which she was really trying to do so much. Having struggled that much, seeing my mom being beaten, crying together in the house with our kids, my mom also crying, developed high blood pressure, used to be very sickling a lot. In the midnight, past midnight, we used to carry mom to the hospital, calling Ngwari. Then there was no motorbike, the boda boda. There was a boda boda called Ngwari, which was a bicycle that was being used to take mom to the hospital. That is at Russia, famously known as Russia. And growing in that lifestyle, we were left to grow, where at some point, only mom would be asking in the evening if the kids are back at home. So we used to live like chicken. Not eating chicken, but eating like chicken and eating with chicken. What chicken? Eat. Because chicken was a very prestigious meal. But she did it. When I finished my KCPE examinations, I didn't go to Central Primary School to get my results. I was always in position 3 in primary school. God blessed me with brains, which I believe that God has blessed you with, and I know that you will utilize it well. Because if you leave it to rust, it will multiply you by 0 and raise you to power 0 and get 0. But if well utilized, you will multiply it by infinity and raise it to power infinity and become infinity. When the results came out, mom went to Central Primary School because she told me to go and get my results, not for fear of failing, but I knew there was no school fees. I knew there was no life after primary school. So what did we do? She went to get the results. Fortunately, I was called at Kisumu Boys High School later on, received a calling letter, but I told mom that I can't go to high school because I used to see mom struggling a lot. So mom called all of us, my sister, my brother, and myself. Then we decided who was to be educated in that family. So the rest of my family members dropped their education in support of myself. And that is why I decided to do several degrees, one for my mother, one for my sister, one for my brother, another one for myself, and I'm also doing for my relatives. Because I said that I would never fail. I didn't want to fail because it is expensive to fail. So when I refused to go to high school, mom called the area chief, called Chief Kabisai, he's still the chief up to now, to talk to me. Because this brilliant young boy has just passed, but he doesn't want to go to high school. So the chief advised me, and I asked the chief one simple question. Do you have the school fees for me to go to high school? Because selling changa, to sell 500 milliliters, hiyo chupa ya maji, one tot of changa was 10 shillings then. To sell it, you get a total of 500 Kenya shillings. To accumulate the 500 Kenya shillings to the school fee, which was around 15,000 Kenya shillings, was next to impossible. Then I told the chief, if you can get school fees for me, then I will join high school. The chief said, just go to school. I remember clearly his words. And I called him to parliament when I was elected to see where he took me. Because I'd given up in life. So the chief said, just go to school, don't worry about fee, leave it to us, fee will just come. Then after that, we called for a fundraiser. The guest of honor, like the way I've been called here as a chief guest, was very much willing to support us. His donation was 200 Kenya shillings, the highest amount ever that we collected. But so many people came there because they really loved education and wanted me to go to school, because a child belongs to the community. We were helped. I was helped. That's why I'm here to also help you. Were it not for the community, I would not be here. Then, the total amount of money that we raised was 900 Kenya shillings. And you know you can't call for another fundraiser almost immediately, because now people will think that watu wanataka kuomoka na sisi. So after that, I joined Kisumu Boys High School. I'm one of the few students who had nothing, didn't even carry a Bible to go to school with. I just went. I remember I bought my blazer at the stage. They were selling those second-hand blazers. I bought it at 150 shillings, but I was proud of it because I was the most unique student with it in school. But also the principal of Kisumu Boys High School really did a lot, contributing to my education, because he never used to send me away. He understood me. Did my Form 1, Form 2, Form 3, Form 4, and on the last day, when we were doing KCSE biology practicals, that is when now things were tough again. Policemen came in our house, found me selling changa, then arrested me. By then, the policemen didn't want to hear anything to do with education. If you tell them that you are in school, you would become their public enemy number one. So I was arrested, taken to Central Primary School. By then, Mom was very sick in the hospital, admitted. Taken to Central Police Station. Then in the morning, I started screaming and hitting the door of the police cell. Then an officer came who was the OCS of Central Police Station, an officer called Mr. Wanyama. Right now he has retired, but a great friend of mine. Actually, he asked me, young man, why are you disturbing us here? And I told him, I have KCSE examinations, biology practicals. So I have to go and do it, otherwise everything will be shattered. I remember him putting me in a Land Cruiser. From Central Police Station to Kisumu Boys is just 3 minutes drive. Went to Kisumu Boys because I couldn't go back home to change. By the time I would be back, exams would be over. Then what did I do? Went, did my exams. To cut the long story short, then we were still selling changa. Passed my examinations, KCSE. Called at the University of Nairobi. At the same time, I got a scholarship to do A-levels at Millennium Academy doing the Cambridge system because of how I performed, scored 72 points out of 84, which was a big try for me. The first time I remember Honorable Gladys buying a newspaper to check for my name in the whole nation. I looked for my number from number 1 to number 100, I missed. Then I started looking from 100 to 1, I missed. Then I opened another page, checking Nyanza province then. Checked my name. From number 1 to number 100, I missed. Then 100 to 1, and I missed. Then I remember it was drizzling. I was with a friend of mine called Tom Boyer. He was at Agoro Sare. He scored an airplane. At some point when we closed school, I'm the one who was teaching Tom mathematics and chemistry. It was disappointing. Another lady at Kisumu Boys called Sheila Okumu, now a doctor. I was teaching her accounting and physics and maths. Got 84 A's, 84 points. Then I saw tears just roll down my cheeks. Then I said, I'm done again. So before I was called at the University of Nairobi, I was called at Egerton University to do computer science, at Egerton University. Then I had a neighbor who used to drink in our house and said, if you go to Egerton University, you will come back here and you start treating chicken. May his soul rest in peace. He was called Jamkono because he was a very, very wise man. And Jamkono always believed in me. He said that if his own kids cannot make it, he will always support me by giving me moral support. So I used to read. When I was in school, I used to sell changa up to around 2 a.m. because you can't send away clients. So Jamkono just used, after finishing selling, by 2 a.m., started reading books. Jamkono sits with me up to 5 a.m. I drank lots of coffee, and I don't like coffee up to date. I put my legs in cold water. But Jamkono always believed in me, and he told me one thing. Babu, one thing you must never do. Do not engage in relationships now. Do not have girls now. Do not have a girlfriend now. Do not engage in sexual activities now. Go to the university. At the university, after succeeding, and I'm quoting him, if you want to marry one, he used to marry, not marry. If you want to marry one, marry. If you want to marry two, marry. If you want to marry three, marry. So this man saw something in me, and he believed in me. So I dropped Egerton. I didn't go to Egerton. I said, I'm not coming back to treat chicken and cows. So then I called my cousin called John Omondi, who used to stay in Nairobi. And I told him, I want to come to Nairobi and hustle with you. So Mosh said that, but you did well in your KCSE. Why don't you just go to the university? I said, no, I'm not going to the university. So Mosh said, okay, come to Nairobi. I went to Nairobi, a place called Satellite, Kabiria. We stayed in one room with Omosh. Omosh had no job. He was a security officer. No serious job. We were paying a rent of 1,500 Kenya shillings. And one day Omosh came back with a newspaper in the house. So before I left Kisumu to Nairobi, I told my mom, I'm leaving, I'm going to Nairobi. My mom started crying and said, why are you not going to the university? I told her, I'm going to look for my life, and one day, and I quote, I will come back here in 2 forms. One, I will come back here in a coffin, or I will come back here driving. Those are the things I told my mom. And I left because I was so disappointed. So disappointed. There is no single day that I was out of top 3 at Kisumu Boys. The first student in Kenya, and any of my former classmates can confirm this, who identified a mistake set in mathematics paper 2, KCSE, was BABU OWINO. When I raised it, they said there can't be a mistake in KCSE. Therefore, you are wrong. After 40 minutes, the invigilator came back and said, indeed, there is a mistake. Correct. My former schoolmates can clarify that. There is no single day I was out of top 3 in Kisumu Boys, and we were 304 candidates. So I made a decision. So when you are saying that you are learning about decision making in your university, in your various groups, I was so proud of myself because I made a decision that has made me be here today. So went to Satellite. Omosh came with a newspaper one day. Looking through the newspaper, reading the newspaper, saw a scholarship being offered at Millennium Academy. Then Omosh was the first person to tell me, why don't you apply here and just waste time there instead of sitting here idling in the house? So I applied for the scholarship at Millennium Academy, was successfully admitted at Millennium Academy. I was the head boy, Millennium Academy, for 2 terms. At Kisumu Boys, I was a student leader for a period of the 4 years that I was at Kisumu Boys. I was to be made the head boy, but because I didn't have money to board, the head boy position was a preserve of the boarders, the people who are, the students who are boarding. At Millennium Academy, we did an exam, international examinations. In mathematics, I became number 2 in the whole world. The first person was from Spain who got 98%, I got 97%. Then with that, my director told me, Babu, I was given a scholarship to do actuarial science at Southampton University in southern London, but I was given 70% scholarship, so I couldn't afford 30%, which was over 2 million Kenya shillings. So my director advised me to pursue actuarial science at the University of Nairobi, where I applied and was successfully admitted. While at Millennium Academy, there's a parent who approached me called Margaret Rono, works with the United Nations. That day I scooped so many prizes for maths, accounts, physics, and chemistry. She told me, Babu, I want you to help my son at a fee. The son was my classmate, is now an engineer in the US Navy, Miss Engineer Larry Rono. Then she asked me where I was coming from. I told her my history, my life story, and she offered that I move in their house to stay there. I helped the son, my classmate. In return, she was providing accommodation, clothing, food, and transport to the school. I went and discussed with Omosh and gladly joined the family. After that, long story short, applied at the University of Nairobi, actuarial science, was called at the University of Nairobi, joined in 2008, graduated in 2012 with first class honors. I remember we were only 17 out of a class of around 200. After that, I did my master's in actuarial science. After that, I joined School of Law, University of Nairobi, did masters in law. My first master's in law is in public international law, taking my second master's in law, democracy, and governance. At Millennium Academy, I did 6 diploma courses. At the University of Nairobi, I became a student leader. I was the longest serving student leader on earth. They were calling me the Mugabe of the University of Nairobi. But I was elected a record 4 times, for 4 terms. Served as the president of the Kenya Universities Organization and the president of SONU, Students Organization of Nairobi University. Then after that, I knew things are now shaping up. When I joined the university, I knew things were shaping up for the better. Long story short, went to Embakasi East constituency, vied as a member of parliament in 2017 and was elected. 2022 was re-elected. So all this I say, to God be the glory. So if I remember my history, my story, where I came from, where we were not being raised up, we were given only an opportunity. We were left to grow. because the only option we had was to sell changa and raise money to help us get basic needs. You who is here with both the parents, you who is here with your brains intact, you can be better than BABU or OWINO. When I was going around, I was looking at your faces, and when I looked at you, and when I'm still looking at you, I can see myself. I can see myself in you. When I looked at your teachers, I could see my teachers in them. When I look at the few parents who are here, I could see my mom who was struggling. It doesn't matter where you came from. What is important is where you are headed as a student. And number one, as a student, success equals sacrifice. Success equals sacrifice. You must sacrifice your time. You must sacrifice your comfort. You must sacrifice to be the best. You must sacrifice that which will inhibit you from achieving what you want to achieve in life. You must sacrifice. And you must be desperate. Desperate to fight for your destiny. Desperate to achieve your goals. Desperate for your dreams. Desperate to pass exams. And in pursuit of knowledge, in pursuit of education, we say education is the key to success. And when you open the door of a classroom, you close the gates of a prison. The fruits of education, the roots of education are bitter, but the fruits are very sweet. Education is the only weapon that, when used well, can transform the whole world. Every treasure in the world is hidden somewhere in a book. And the only thing that can replace a book is the next book. So therefore, when you wake up in the morning, education. In the afternoon, education. In the evening as you sleep, education. And as you pursue education, remember that you must sacrifice. You must sacrifice your time. Time is wasted in seconds. We only have 24 hours in a day. Will you spend these 24 hours looking for a girlfriend, having sex, being on social media, playing around the whole day? And too much work without play also makes Jack a dull boy. So you must only put some time, but not all the time, for the sporting activities, so that you can refreshen your mind. And you will never succeed if you don't sacrifice your time. You will never succeed if you sleep when the world is sleeping. You will never succeed if you wake up when the world is waking up. You will never succeed if you don't wake up at 5 a.m., at 4 a.m. You will never succeed if you don't sleep at 11 p.m. To gain an extraordinary result, you must have extraordinary sacrifices. So you must sacrifice your time. Number two, your comfort. You fail because you are comfortable. You're comfortably playing throughout. You are comfortably joking around in class. You are comfortably making jokes at others while they are busy reading. You are comfortably saying that your mom and your dad will help you. You are reading, you are learning for yourself, not for your mother, not for your father. It is for your future. So the greatest enemy of success is comfort. Therefore, never be comfortable. Therefore, you must rise and fight for yourself as a student, as the boy child. Thirdly, fear. You fail because you are afraid. You are afraid to fail. You are afraid to do your exams right. You are afraid to raise your hand in class to answer questions because you fear that other classmates will laugh at you. You are afraid. From today henceforth, look at yourself in the mirror and say, I am not afraid. Can we say, I am not afraid? I am not afraid to pass exams. I am not afraid to make my parents proud. I am not afraid to make it in life. I am not afraid to achieve my destiny. I am not afraid to answer questions. I am not afraid of the teacher. Fear means forget everything and run. Fear also means face everything and rise. Which fear are you going to choose? Which fear are you going to choose? So you must face everything and rise. Otherwise, the challenges that you are running away from will catch up with you. The best student, the best person will face his or her fear. And the solution will always come out. It doesn't matter what type of a solution, but you will get a solution if you face your fears. Number 4, the last person you are, the past self. The trauma that you are having, the bitterness that you are having, the frustrations that you are having, the envy that you are having, the grief that you are having, the jealousy that you are having, the unforgiving spirit that you are having, the loneliness that you are having are called the poisons of life. The poisons of life, if you store them in you, they will start blowing like waffle pancake and they will destroy you. Therefore, you must forget the past self and you must embrace the newer version of you. We say newer levels, newer devils. A newer level, a newer devil. Yesterday's success, today's success might not be tomorrow's success. It can't be tomorrow's failure. Therefore, you must be consistent. You must forget about your past self. You must forget about saying that my mom is struggling, my dad is struggling to get you school fees, and focus on books. You must eat books like yams. You must read books. That is where the solution lies. Were it not for education, BABU OWINO would not be standing here. Were it not for education, BABU OWINO would never be a member of parliament. Were it not for education, Honorable High Excellency Gladys Wanga would not be a governor. Were it not for education, Dr. Ivo Bara would not be here. Were it not for education, the deputy governor and all the leaders who are here, they would not be here today. Therefore, it starts with education, it goes to education, and it ends with education. So comrades, I call you comrades because I'm proud of you and I know that very soon you will join various universities. Please remember that life begins at the university. How will you feel when I felt some years back, when I didn't get what I deserved and what I wanted, but it was God's plan? But how will you feel when all the students, when your friend, when the girlfriend you've been calling and meeting goes to the university and you don't qualify to join a university? How will you feel? Will you, as a student, want your child to be more intelligent than you? That you can't even help them doing homework? Will you want that? Will you want your wife to be more intelligent than you? At least the intelligence will be in tandem. An amalgamation of both of you in future, a husband and a wife, which you will be, must give you the best product of a baby. So therefore, boys, let's embrace education, education, education. And lastly, the teachers. These boys, no matter how much we talk to them, with them, they will never make it without you. These are your children. For a student to make it, the student rule number 1, you must love the teacher. The teacher, you must make yourself likable or lovable by the student. Do not be hostile. I remember dropping geography in Form 2 when my geography teacher made me stand on top of a desk for 40 minutes. And I left that subject. I loved geography. I can still remember the igneous rocks, sedimentary rocks, the longitudes and the latitudes. But I dropped it for fear of the teacher. The teacher, you are part of the success to these students you are seeing here. Therefore, deal with them the same way you would have dealt with your child. These are your children, and you are really trying. And the teacher must also be motivated. The student must motivate the teacher by passing exams so that the teacher feels comfortable with that class. Rule number 2, you must practice. As a student, practice makes perfect. We say proper prior preparation prevents poor performance. We say proper prior preparation prevents poor performance. Tunasikizana vizuri? If you prepare well, you will definitely make it. So therefore, after liking the teacher, like that subject. After liking that subject, please practice. Number 4, make sure you befriend a fellow student who understands that subject better. The moment you understand, the moment you befriend that student, they will help you. And for those who are talented, you didn't go to that class knowing. You also knew in the course of learning. So please share knowledge. Please share knowledge. Do not laugh at your classmate. And when you are being laughed at, tell that person to continue laughing. Because you know your journey, you know your destiny, and you know your story. You who are seated here, you are the pride of your parents. You are the only person that your parent wants you to succeed. They are doing a lot. They are going through a lot. Selling bogas, selling changa like my mother, going from Jengo, riding a boda just for you. So therefore, do not disappoint them. Last but not least, boys, you are at a stage called puberty. Puberty or adolescent stage. At that stage, you will experience so many emotional changes. Hormones will be conflicting with each other. You will experience physical changes. You will see your shoulders broadening without carrying weight. You will see yourself experiencing a lot on your faces, pimples, appearance, and then you shall feel that you are a man. You will start feeling that you are argumentative. You will start feeling that you know it all. You will start feeling that now you have reached. It is not bad to be in that stage. At some point, we were all there. Even our ladies, they go through the adolescent stage. Us as men, we were there. But how you control yourself, how you control your appetite, how you control your mood will determine, because you are fighting with two things. You are fighting with the stage and you are fighting with education. If you allow one to consume you, you are finished. You may be finished completely, but not completely finished. As you fail, allow yourself to fail. Know what it is to fail. If you must fail, that is. But fail 10 times and rise 11 times, you shall have succeeded. Don't fail 10 times and fail another, the 11th time you shall have failed. Therefore, at that stage, you must still respect your parents. You must respect the people around you. You must stop this affair. The juice is not worth the squeeze. That girlfriend you are having now, you will not have that girlfriend by the time you are finishing your university. That girlfriend who is having you now will not be with you when you fail your exams, because they will never end up with nor marry an academic orphan. They will never marry an academic dwarf. They will never marry an academic lilywat. They will never marry a person who does not perform. Therefore, as a student in that stage, be respectful, put God first. Always be positive. The Bible says that in the beginning there was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word became God. Therefore, whatever comes out of your face, or out of your mouth, for the Bible says that when a tongue confesses and the mouth speaketh, so shall it come to happen. Every time when you're experiencing challenges, when you're failing, say, today I've failed, tomorrow I will pass. Today, this challenge is with me, tomorrow I will overcome it. And eventually, you will overcome, because the universe will conspire with the positivity. But if you are negative, you will go down. Today I'm telling you. At that stage, please, you will soon be a man. So I will address you also as a man. And as a man, the responsibility of a man is to provide. You will be required to provide for your wife. You will be required to provide for your children. You will be required to provide for the community. As a man, you must fight as a man. You must never give up. You will always know that it is you. The world revolves around you as a man to provide, because that is what the Bible dictates. That's what the Bible says. And therefore, as a boy, make sure you work hard. As I was going around, somebody said we must work smart. That is what we call balderdash, gibberish, nonsensical. You must work hard. There is no shortcut to the city of victory. You must take the stairs. You must walk the stairs. You must moil. You must toil. You must sweat. There will be gnashing of the teeth, but you must forge forward. If you must fall, do not have a plan B. Do not fall at the back. Fall forward. If you must fall forward, at least you will be seeing where you are going. If you fall backward, you will never see where you are going. Vijana ria. Vijana ra. Vijana tibim. Vijana tialala. Vijana hai. Vijana mne. That's my love for you. Thank you. God bless you.
Can we kindly give a standing ovation to that speaker? Can we clap? Thank you, thank you. You can have a seat. That was fantastic. I have been instructed to invite the last speaker, or a vote of thanks and presentation of awards. But allow me, with your permission, our governor, to say this on behalf of the teachers. Madam Governor, we thank you so much. The speaker that has just left the stage spoke, and in my heart, I saw tears in the voice. He has uplifted us and our learners. Madam Governor, what you are doing, you are lifting great leaders in your program of Fins to Fly. And as the teachers, we say you are the best. Mama, you are the best. Mama, you are the best. For us teachers who are heading schools, the bursary award that you give to the students. And in day school, you know, they come to confirm if the school is still there. They don't carry any fees. Mama, I tell you, the checks you send to us make us see the day. Mama, continue. Mama, you are the best. I wish also to submit that, Mama, you have a mentorship program for the girls. You can see its effect in the kind of lady leaders that we have in this sub-county. Mama, we say thank you. Today it is for the boys. Mama, you can see for yourself. You have touched our hearts. You have touched our souls. Mama, you are the best. Allow me to receive our Waziri to move the program forward. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Our MC for the day, can we give him a round of applause? He has done his work well. Mine is a simple duty. I must say that we are very grateful to the Almighty God for this day. And we are really humbled, Your Excellency the Governor, who has been our catalyst, who has stimulated this program and steered it. And today, eventually, we've had our first edition of the Boys Edition. Can we clap for the Governor? Mama, with your deputy, His Excellency, Oyugi Magwanga, we've got good leadership. And when you started the programs for the girls' mentorship, I knew that you had not forgotten the boys. As some of them might have thought, you had these in plans. And therefore today we are celebrating a dream that was already in place. To our chief guest, it's a real humbling experience to have you today. I want to thank you for accepting our invite. And if there was anything to be counted as a blessing as we start this first edition of the Boys Mentorship Camp, I think as we walk along the journey, we are going to count you as one of our blessings. Thank you for your speech, for it was very inspirational. Our mama, you're our next mama. We can't forget to thank you for the support, the rock-solid support that you've given to our Excellency, the Governor. It is not once, it is not twice. You've already stood up with her. To our members of the County Assembly, all this would not be possible without your support. You approve the budgets when we present them to you, and you've enabled us, you've given us the go-ahead to implement. The CECs that have been involved in the planning and the steering of this, when you see this thing, it tells you that there were wheels running. And the wheels have run, they have rolled, and they have rolled. There was a committee working on this. Our committee members, we salute you for the work that you've done. We've worked with partners. I can't fail to recognize you. It is a big list. I might not read all of it, but please feel appreciated. The county staff, you've walked with us the journey. I may not forget WANG'APALA Boys High School, who accepted to host the first event. We've utilized your facilities, and I know you've also taken up some expenses. We want to thank you, and may God reward you for it. The BOM, not forgotten. We have parents amongst us. The few that came here, you are our champions amongst the parents on how to guide the boys. Please feel most appreciated. The teachers, these boys stay with you in schools. You are their first mentors. We feel you. You've been with us in our previous mentorship camps, Kesha, leadership, all of you. We want to thank you so much. Now the boys. An event is no event without attendees. You are our most loved or beloved guests. We love you. Feel loved. Know that we have you at heart. We today acknowledge that you are the people. And also you know that you feel you are the people. Allow me to now, in a special way, call Her Excellency the Governor to do the last presentation. And this is how we do it in Homa Bay, our chief guest. I'm also not forgetting your colleagues. Yeah, they spared time to accompany you to give their special remarks. We have here with us the chief guest, please. Mheshimiwa, come along. And we have a student. Come, please. Stephen Okoth. Come and be with Her Excellency as she presents this present to our chief guest.
Thank you very, very much, Honorable Dr. BABU OWINO. This is a picture, a drawing by a young Homa Bay artist, and it's a drawing of the rowan antelope. This is an extinct species of antelope that is only found in Homa Bay at the Ruma National Park. May it remind you always of the talent that sits in Homa Bay, and really remind you of our appreciation for what you have shared, which I believe is a lifelong lesson for our attendees. Thank you so much. Let's give a round of applause to our chief guest, makofi kubwa sana. Thank you so, so very much. And the students, I'm amazed at your level of discipline. You are truly disciplined. You have not been walking up and down. You have sat in your seats. You have not made any unnecessary noise. I really, really am impressed by the level of discipline you have exhibited. WANG'APALA students and all our guest students, mjipigie makofi tafadhali for that level of discipline. That is the level of discipline that will take Homa Bay far. Asanteni sana, and God bless you all. God bless you, Honorable Dr. BABU OWINO.
Thank you. Before we say rip, 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 and we say ure, we are going to have our last prayers. And then as the governor leads her guests to sign off from the venue, she will be led by Emily. She would be joined by the deputy governor, the MP for the area, the CCMs, the MCS, the OCS, and our Council of Elder, Ajiki. The rest of us, who include the mentors, the teachers, partners, and the party leaders, would be led to a separate section in the dining hall. So let us all stand up as we have our last prayers. Let us believe as we pray. Kind and everlasting Father in heaven, we are immensely happy and grateful for this moment that you created for us. We want to thank you for this event that has come to be, and we want to thank you for all the guests that you enable us to have today. All the speeches, all the motivations that we prepared for our boys, we pray, Father in heaven, that it might be enshrined in their hearts and to guide them along the way. And we pray, Father in heaven, for a better future for our boys and for our children. We pray that as we leave this venue, Father in heaven, your mercies may travel with us. May you guide each and every one of us to our various destinations. And we pray, Father, for this event that has just started. And as we plan to make it an annual event, your grace may be with us along the way. We pray for Homa Bay County. We pray for our governor. May you give us your wisdom and your guidance as we steer your people and as we plan for the development of our society. May your grace disperse us all, for I pray, trusting and believing in Jesus' holy and mighty name. And now, rip, rip, rip.